I ran a mini painting competition where I gave people 1 week to create something based on the theme of surprise. Much like a game jam, the Paul is Bad at Stuff Paint Jam challenges entrants with a limited time to do something interesting based on a prompt. And once again, I've been blown away by the community's incredible talent and creativity. As before, I will reveal my top 5 favourites in no particular order, as well as discuss some honourable mentions and show off some of the fantastic ideas. The top 5 winners will get a spot in the Paul is Bad at Stuff Hall of Fame on the Discord, immortalised for eternity. Or at least while the server exists. This time there is also a community's favourite as voted by you, the winner of which will also go to the Hall of Fame. There are a lot of different interpretations of surprise. A decent chunk of entries were a scene or a diorama that fit into the definition of surprise or being surprised. Even within that, the concepts and justifications varied massively. A major split was whether the scene should be set just before or just after the surprise, with entries showing some awesome point-in-time snapshots of the pre or post surprising event, like this awesome entry by Chibata Rotter. Looks like this little Neuraloid is about to meet its end, but surprise! There's a leaper in the bush that pops out on this awesome little mechanism. Or this entry by Gunman during the surprise, with this guardsman finding out the hard way that they've walked into a minefield. But with such a huge selection of amazing dioramas in this category, Pugs Not Drugs is my first winner. An unsuspecting character having someone sneak up on them was an idea explored by many other entries, but there's something about the atmosphere that this model evokes that tips it just over the edge for me. The incredible OSL, the lasgun shot mid-flight, and the overall posing and scenery really evoking that this guardsman was caught alone in the dark ruin. Well done to Pugs Not Drugs for their winning entry. Even within this category of dioramas, there was a theme of horror with several great entries exploring a spooky surprise, including a couple of my favorites like this rising zombie space marine by Tractor Factor, and this silly little scene with 2 space marines dressing up as classic sheet ghosts when they're surprised by a real ghost. But to round out the dioramas, we have this second winner, Guydolf? Apologies if I mispronounce your name, but they've created this lovely little gift box which contains an awesome surprise, a little diorama inside. But even within that surprise present is another surprise, as underneath the diorama is a secret treasure hoard. Really cute idea, executed very well. So well done, Guydolf, sorry again for mispronouncing your name, for being the second winner. Something a few people thought of was Alpha Legion from 40k, which makes a lot of sense. Their whole gimmick is about being in the shadows or being able to be surprising by actually not being who they said they were. All except, surprisingly, Alpha Legion guy who didn't do an Alpha Legion model, but instead did this Home Purity seal. The Scat in the Hat, which is certainly a choice of a name, and Totally Aspire utilised this warp effect really nicely, and paint.games_idk.anything, also a great name, thank you for that one, included a second layer with this Kinder Surprise themed cloak to go with it. And whilst we're on the topic of warp effects, an honourable mention has to go to Gordrum for this awesome effect using Musou Black. And Pyrofrog also gets an honourable mention for his Alpha Legion popping out of a cake, which is very well executed and very funny. Now, if I had a nickel for every cake-themed entry to this competition, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. And our third winner, Ekil Not Poven, shows that this whole 41st millennium is actually just all cake. Just an incredible use of cutting a model in half and revealing the insides. Just an awesome surprise. I really, really enjoyed this one when it came up. There was a good number of orc-based submissions. Those tricky green fungi are a great source of surprising inspiration. You should always double check you haven't got one sneakily hitching a ride or hiding amongst your barrels. They're very sneaky. Even orcs aren't safe from imposters in their ranks though, as Astro64 shows with this sneaky Kroot. I think we could all agree that the most surprising place to find an orc would be at the circus masquerading as a clown, as depicted by Duck? That's not me questioning his name. The entry is by Duck? You'll have to find easier names to say. However, my very favourite of the orcish surprises is by Major of Mind with their spinny Big Mech, which is such a cool idea and definitely something I can imagine would surprise anyone you play against when you reveal it. It's such an awesome idea that I kind of want to implement myself in a part of a model at some point. So great entry, and congratulations on being the 4th winner. Others used some ingenuity and outside materials to create some awesome surprises within their entries. Things like glow-in-the-dark paint, what may or may not be an actual bullet, I'm not sure, it might be a bit too heavy and probably not the model over, but I really like the effect and the results from Nacho Brand Candy Cabbage's use of an electric candle in this flaming chaos well thingy. Also, I just wanted to say Nacho Brand Candy Cabbage because it's a great name, so you get an honourable mention just for that. But our final winner takes the prize for the most surprising paint jam entry because it isn't painted at all, or even a miniature. The 5th winner spot goes to... The 5th winner spot goes to
Георгий Кутайцев.
For these awesome carved Tyranid models made from beechwood. A really awesome project, and definitely a surprise that something that was neither painted nor a mini would win a mini painting competition, but the theme is surprise, so I do have to give credit for the effort and the execution. So congratulations to
Георгий Кутайцев.
for the final entry. And as for our community
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
So congratulations to Julius VA for winning the community's vote, and also allowing me to have an excuse to put the Spanish Inquisition joke in the video. There were so many incredible entries, and picking the top 5 was once again insanely difficult. There were some amazingly executed entries, incredible ideas, such as using the prompt to relate to the rules of the model being submitted, or to the lore, or just a surprise to the painter themselves through changes of plans, or happy accidents through the painting process, or just surprising yourself how quickly you can finish a model. For these paint jams, I always want to encourage you to submit what you've done, even if you don't finish it. These are here to motivate you to try something new, so even if you don't actually complete it, I'm still interested in your ideas, which is what the format is all about. And if all else fails, or you don't get time to participate, you can always just post a picture of your cat. So many thanks for those who participated in the paint jam, and thanks to everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing all these fantastic entries. These and more can be found on the Pointless Ballots of Discord, so go have a look at all the amazing entries. I'm sorry I couldn't include every single entry if yours wasn't shown. I still think your entry is wonderful, and you should really be proud of your achievements, because just by the act of entering, you're already a winner, because you tried something unique and interesting. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. So once again, thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy this, go like and subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. And I will see you next time. Thank you very much for watching.